All right, we're live. A little bit later than I was hoping. But I kind of woke up late and I'm dead tired. Let me go ahead and get these links posted in the Discord. All right, we're live. Whoops. Get some audio feedback for you real quick. Okay, sweet. Those are posted. And for those of you who do not know the current project, who are just seeing this for the first time, we are working on a... What do you call this game? This is more of just an experience. It has some puzzle elements to it. But it is mostly... you watching a giant battle take place. More of an experience than anything. We've got ships flying around, getting blown up by these auto turrets. We've got giant spaceships up above. These auto turrets here. Taking out these ships. There is a little bit of a... So when a bunch of these ships all blow up at once, there is a little bit of lag because we're having to apply velocity to all three parts. We're having to apply... I wonder if we can apply... I wonder if we can apply this, because we have parts. Part in parts. We could apply this velocity maybe at ready, because they are frozen. So I wonder if part dot linear velocity equals velocity. And we could do this where it's like if background ship. So if we are a background ship, and then let me do this and see if it still works. I don't know if it will, but because they might not have velocity already, I'm not entirely sure. And if they're frozen, they might not accept that velocity, that linear velocity. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really apply, they just stop. Okay, so that doesn't quite work. Basically, when we apply the velocity, when they die, because we have a character body with 3 rigid bodies attached to it that are all frozen. But then we have to apply that velocity. Doing it call deferred does help. Does make it a little easier. Maybe we could do another call deferred to do the apply central impulse. Just kind of spread it out a little more. Apply random or explosiveness. We do part. We can try this. Sock guy, what's up? How you doing? And obviously, like, I'm spawning a ton of ships in, so that's probably one of the reasons why it's having some issues. We also added a little bit of rocking back and forth to them. These things just not getting shot down? Oh, no, they are. But they're not getting the forces applied to them. Oh, do we need... We need an argument in there. As a comma-separated list. Okay. Need to do that. We got an ad starting in 3 minutes, just a heads up. Okay, so it's working. Okay. Now, we need a new scene. GPU particles, 3D. Sparks. One shot. Actually, let's not do one shot. Let's do emitting. What does this need? Needs draw meshes, material. Let's try quad mesh. Okay, we got that. Is it here that we need to do billboarding? Billboard. Perfect. Okay, so it's in the material. Okay. Okay, let's do our explosiveness up. Some randomness. And then we need I think we still want a point. It's like rotational. I think it's just velocity, so direction. Okay, we'll do something like this, but we need it to... Oh, we just turn the spread all the way up? Okay, yeah. We'll make this max at like 20. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, it's a one shot. Okay, we can connect the finished to just a queue free, I believe. Let's see. And then a function ready. Let's just make sure that emitting equals true. And then on our light spaceship, we can go up here, grab a quick reference. Var spark equals, what is this called? Flash. Oh, whoops. I grabbed the wrong one. That's why. I was like, why did I change the name to Flash? Okay. Instantiate. Add child spark, and then spark dot global position equals body dot global position. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm probably missing 14 different things that. I'm not really seeing any sparks. Yeah, I'm seeing 0 sparks. So what is happening? Why can't I do that? Make an instance instead. Is that not what I'm doing by making an instance? Why am I not able to do that? I've always been able to do that. do that. We'll see. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know why that doesn't work anymore. I feel like I've done that a million times. Just add domain. Still 0 sparks. Wonder if they're all like spawning at the wrong... Ooh, big frame drop. We're gonna have to figure out something with the frame drops on these ships. I thought I had fixed it. I mean, obviously there's way more ships flying around than there normally would be. But still, we're gonna have some stuff happening on physics frames that will cause lag outs if we're not careful. Let's see this. Let's see what position gets added. Okay. I think it's just not emitting or something. Let's see what happens when we take off one shot. Still nothing. Oh, wait, no, we're getting sparks. Okay, now we're getting them. I think we just need to make them a little bigger. Okay. We could let him play, but I'm thinking oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's try this. See if they okay, we're getting sparks now. They're just harder to see. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So now we can just make them a little more visible. Okay, nice. Yep. Now we need an actual, like, explosion. Another thing I want to look up, GPU particle trail Godot.
As I said, like Warrior Cats community.
Oops. It's the podcast I was listening to. Okay, GPU particle trail 3D Godot.
Trails are often used in games for weapon slashes, projectiles and magic. While Godot provides particle trails, they are not ideal for this purpose. In this video I will show you how to create trails in Godot using a free plugin. Source code for this project is down in the description, and if you find this helpful, please subscribe. So let's slide in. Linked in the description, you will find a link to this GitHub repository for the GPU trail.
Okay, GPU trail. I don't know why it's so laggy. I wonder if there's just already, if I can just search it here.
Trail plugin. To download it, go to Code and then download zip. Once you have done that, you can head back to Godot and head over to the Asset Library tab, and then we can go into Import, and then we can locate our downloaded file. In my case, it's in my downloads, and here I have it, GPU Trail main zip, and we can just open it, and this will prompt us to install it. Press install, and it will say OK, and we might have to press project and reload current project for it to show up in our project.
Okay, we're going to download this. Reload current project. Okay.
Now I have our GPU Trail main in our project, but for it to work inside of Godot, we have to put it inside of another folder. So right click in your files and create a new folder and name this add-ons and drag your GPU Trail inside of add-ons. And now if we go into the plugins, we will see GPU Trail and we can enable it. Now we can close this down and the plugin should work now. You can also enable it through project and...
Okay, let's go to our light spaceship. Let's add a GPU Trail 3D. Hey, look who it is, Jitsbo. Thank you for the raid, brother. I appreciate it. How was your stream, man? Good to see you again. Here, I'll show you my most recent project. Here, let me just move. Whoops. Let me move this GPU trail. We'll see. I haven't touched these GPU trails at all yet, so they might look terrible on screen. But this is my most recent project. We've got ourselves a giant sci-fi battle going on. Ooh, the trails look good already. Just plug and play. They already look good. Oh, but then they continue going. I need to attach them not to the main body, but to the engines themselves. Oh, we're getting some frame droppiness. Okay, we'll fix this real quick. Engines left, GPU trail, engines right. Believe that is correct. Dead streaming, yes. Lantern Kick, what's up, man? And Ronnie the Zombie. Okay. This project is basically just a kind of a puzzle game. Ooh, there we go. Now we got trails on the... We could probably just disable the trails once they get shot down. Because otherwise you get that. But we basically, you're going to go through this world as a giant space battle is happening and a ground battle. We've got tanks here that are going to be shooting, fighting, doing all this stuff. You're just kind of witnessing it, and then every once in a while you do a little puzzle to unlock the next little section of the city. But really, this is pretty much just an excuse for me to make a big space battle happening around you and have the player just watch tracers fly up into the air and watch mechs and tanks blow each other up. There is a little bit of weirdness with GPU trails, I know, when, like, with the culling, where suddenly they spawn in. Yeah, like that, and you get these big, long lines in the sky. But, yeah, looks awesome, thank you. There's also some frame droppiness because we're trying to spawn in these rigid bodies. Okay, let's do length 25. Whoops, 25. Save that. Hey, Ronnie, thank you for the follow. And Twitch bot 4,000. Jitspo, how was your raid? I mean, how was your stream? Cool, yeah, I'm liking it. It's pretty fun just messing with this because I don't have to really do any gameplay. I'm just making art, you know, which is fun. Okay, if we make these a little bit... Why is length seconds different? Yeah, I also need to figure out how to performantly spawn in these rigid bodies when the spaceship gets blown up, because... Okay, that's a little better. Hopefully we won't get these big, long... Well, no, you still get some long streaks. I love when those things spin. When the engines spin. Yeah, we do get a little bit of framiness because we're spawning in these rigid bodies. Well, we're not spawning them, we're unfreezing them and then applying the ship's velocity, because the ship is a character body. We're applying the ship's velocity to them, and that seems to be the thing that's kind of wrecking the performance. Because I'm reparenting them to the main world instead of to the ship, and then adding this velocity to them, linear velocity. I'm not like applying an impulse. I mean, I am applying an impulse as well after I add the velocity. So it is a little bit non-performant. I've been able to fix some of that by just deferring the frame or the spawning of the velocity. I just love watching tracers fly up at these giant ships. Raid and stream were both solid. Nice. Went on a lot of side quests, but eventually got a couple things knocked off my to-do list. Sick. Oh man, yeah, this GPU trail thing is like weird because it will flash in and out. Yeah, if you move too fast like that, you get some weird artifacts. But yeah, I've been doing this project for I think about a week now or something, maybe a little more. But it's kind of nice because I'm basically just doing like a cinematic background, and then I'm gonna have some story elements, but the player isn't part of the story. He's just watching the story. You're basically a little observer probe that just watches things happen. So I don't really have to think about mechanics. Nothing has to work really that well. It just needs to look cool. There's going to be some small puzzle elements, but that's about it. Just to have some interactivity. Man, I love these auto turrets. Okay. Let's go to main and let's make sure we're not spawning so many of these things in, because that is one thing. We'll do let's do like 5 seconds to 60. That'll give it a good enough spread where there isn't going to be 400 of them on screen all at once. We need to add some explosions for these shots as well. We also need to make these tanks shoot. That shouldn't be too hard. And then we have to have a spaceship come in here and blow these guys up, or a few of them. Yeah, we're still getting some framiness when these things get shot. Not really sure how to do that because our spaceship is just a character body. Gotta go eat and stuff. Good luck making cool space battles. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for the raid as well. Hope you have a good one. Good to see you again. It's good to be back because now I can finally stream again and be building stuff. So, hey, thank you for the follow, Jitsbo. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm finally streaming after quite a while because I moved all the way to Finland. So now I'm set up here. I've got an apartment. Good to go. Back at it again. Wonder, is there like a... Not calculate forces. Maybe it's freeze. What happens if I have it as kinematic and then disable this velocity addition? Does it inherit the velocity somehow? Does it automatically know the speed it should be going? Ooh. Kind of. The hole does. Unless the hole just isn't being... No, weird. Oh, it's because we only changed the hole. Ah, perfect. Freeze mode kinematic. It does. I just forgot that we have multiple of these. Okay, so if I do that and then take this off, is it more performant? We'll see. Then I don't have to apply the velocity. Maybe... See if this one gets shot down. Okay. We're going to need to go back to our main and bump up the spawn rate again. Let's do 1 to 10. Just put a bunch of these on screen and see what happens. Is it not performant? Seems more performant. Maybe just because we don't have to apply it all on that one frame, it already knows what the velocity is. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's not having performance problems. Yeah, nothing so far. I mean, we got a lot going on screen, so there's probably, I mean, the frames probably aren't amazing, but I'm not noticing any huge slowdowns. Oh, there's some framiness. Oh yeah, there's some framiness. But we've got like a ton going on here. So I'm wondering, what are some ways we can make this better? Right now we have a let's do like a 20% chance of we're going to hide the glow. I guess this is between 0 and 5, so I'll do this. Less of a chance of a glow, which I think is good. We still have the flashes when they hit. Let's see how it looks when Okay, so there's still some flashes, which looks good. But it just doesn't have to be all the time. Okay. Does still seem framey a little bit. But the lights not having as many glow lights on being calculated is good. Okay. Okay. A little bit better. Oh, I don't have any music left. Oh, I think the atmosphere of this, the buildings, the ships, the sky, really make you feel like an observer. Yeah, that's the whole point. You got to feel small in this world, you know? Okay. Now we can go back to here. Let's turn this back to like 5 to 30. Just make sure we don't have a ton of these things spawning in all the time. We have this thing with the tanks. They just kind of move towards a target on the ground. Something like that. I think that's the normal gravity. I think that's what I've been using at least. Okay. We have an extremely simple state thing, which is just this. But we're gonna need targets for them to shoot at. Which kind of makes me think we need to just start building the next, or the enemy that they're going to be fighting. Which we can do. We can jump on Blender. New general. Delete. Shift A. We got a, nope, not a cube. We need a, I mean, not a plane. We need a cube. Go here. Edit mode. Okay, so we're making a new enemy for these things to shoot at. I'm just designing this on the fly. It's going to be kind of like a tank, but more like a LAV maybe. Kind of a floating... Yeah. We're not going to spend much time on these. These are just meant to get blown up. Okay, let's go to materials. New material. Main. New material. Turret. These aren't even gonna, they're just gonna swivel to shoot, and they only shoot ground based. So really simple. We're going to call this good for now. We can always change it later. What did we do with the tank? Collision, it runs into one. It's Hull is on 4. Okay. By the way, the player should run into 1. Okay. This is bullets. Thornbad, what's up? If it touches anything, it should blow up. The hover tech is highly explosive. We could have some crazy explosions with this stuff. I want to have some cinematic stuff, but it all comes down to how much performance I can get. Do I have a... So, detect ship. What does that look at? 2? Okay. Rename. Detect enemies. Call that that. And so then we can put this on layer 2. Nope, that is tank. Enemy APC. Well, I guess tanks need to be scene 2. We should make all of these custom components, but okay. Enemy APC needs a script. Class name. Whoops. Class name. This needs to extend ground unit. Okay, tank now. What is ground unit again? Okay, let's do enum teams. Good, bad. At export var team. Equals teams dot good. Let's do teams just to make that. Okay, so that's good. Enemy APC needs to be on team bad. If body is ground unit, if body dot team does not equal self dot team, then we need a targets thing. Oh, we already have a target, but we need a targets. Let's do this. Targets. Okay, now we can go back to our tank. Get rid of this. Targets dot append body. We'll just do this and erase. Can I do this here? Yes. We are going to get a bunch of those things where it says those warnings, but I think we're good here. Hey, Fanny Slam, what's up? We got to hydrate. I got some water. State dot shooting. So if we're moving, if target does not equal null, else it was state dot idle. Let's do our can shoot true. Okay, now we're gonna need a shoot. So, whoops, we're gonna need a timer for shoot. If can shoot can function function shoot now we need, let's just do our anti-air bullet. Okay, let's see. in targets. Actually, no, we do a var target. Now we do this. On this, we grab a random target out of our targets. So we'll do this. Randi range targets dot size. Oh wait. Target does not equal null. We can do this. Targets dot size is greater than 0. Target equals targets random target. Okay, so we're just going to grab a random target from however many targets there are. Okay. Equals global position. What is it? Target dot global position minus dir equals dir dot normalize. Then add child bullet. We also need to add a node 3D here. We're going to call this bullet spawn. Go back here. We're going to do bullet spawn dot add child bullet. Dir times bullet dot speed. Okay. Yeah. Now this isn't pointing the turret or anything. We'll see if anything works. Oh, we don't have any targets. Okay, we'll see if it breaks. Not getting any targets. Idle. Yeah, so there's no targets. Enemy APC, we're on detect enemies. The tank. There we go. Look at that. Oh, and full break. Okay. If can shoot. Oh, shoot needs to say it's false. Then we need to do shoot dot start. Wait, where do we have that already? Okay, we don't need that there. Okay, let's see what happens. Break. Invalid access, base 1. Oh, we're an off by 1. Okay, here we go. No shooting happening. Why? One shot. Can shoot equals true. If can shoot and target does not equal null. Whoops. Oh, okay. Where's our other print? Nope. I think it's in the light spaceship. Yes, we can get rid of that. Shooting, moving, shooting. Okay, they are not printing. So either target. Let's see. Oh, it's just not printing at all. Wait, shooting a ton? Oh. Printing the wrong thing here. Okay, so we have a target. It must be the can shoot. False. Can shoot false. Okay, why? On shoot timer. Timeout. On shoot timeout. Can shoot equals true. Oh, this is not an auto start. We don't need it to be an auto start. We just need it to actually... We need it not there. We need it in the chute. There we go. Okay, now they are lighting it up. Hopefully we'll get some ricochets now. Oh, they're all just slamming him. Okay. Now, what we need is whoops. Add some aim cone. Fanny slamming them, yes. Nice. Now we're getting some ricochets. I like that. The front is kind of angled, so it ricochets a little easier. Okay. Now we'll need to make the turret actually aim at them. Oh, we also do not have enough range. So let's do we need to calculate based on bullet speed and distance too. we could do something like this. I'm not entirely sure if this makes any sense. Let's just see what happens here. Divided by bullet speed. They're still falling short. Okay. Are they getting a little more range? Why am I... Oh, I'm stuck on this. Let's do it divided by 5. Let's see what happens. Okay, now they're... Oh, those lights are moving with... because they're being... Okay. We're gonna do something like this. Okay, now their range is actually a little closer. Just a little, they're shooting a little too far. There we go, now we're getting some hits. Yeah, that's a pretty good range right there. Now they're shooting a little bit too far, but they're still getting some direct hits. I think the accuracy is actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay, now when they're close, what we could do is oops, is less than or equal to, let's say like 50. Boom, they're really accurate. Okay, now we need to make sure that these bullet spawn. No, we're gonna do bullet dot global position equals bullet spawn dot global position. Then we're just gonna see if we can do global dot add child, global dot main. Why? Why can't I? This is an instance. How are we doing it here? We're just doing add child. Wait, no, that's flash. Anti-air. Do we have anywhere that's doing global.add child besides tank? Why is this no longer doable? Cannot add child on node 3D directly. Godot. We have bullet.instantiate. This is a preloaded scene. Type node to variable bullet. Ah, okay. So what happens if I do this sounds really annoying to have to do it this way. Also, where's my flash scene? In tracer bullet anti-air, we have flash.instantiate. We add the child. We add child. Why is this? Why is this way? Queue free timer timeout. The flash should be gone like really fast. This is an auto start. Let's try it more like this. Is that the glow or is that the flash? Oh, you know what we're doing? This is probably affecting performance so much. I'm 90% sure I figured it out. We need a var is dead. I think we're spawning in just tons of these. Do that. We're spawning in like a billion flashes, I'm pretty sure. Because it's calculating on every slide, which is probably a massive performance hit. There we go. Now we got flashes that just stick around for a little bit. They did look cool, but let's go to our flash. 2.4. Boom. Okay. What's up with these bullets are starting from back here. Why is that? Oh, it's because are we? It's because of the way we have to do this dumb reparenting thing. Why do we have to reparent? Why can't I just add to the main scene? Now we need some sound effects for these things. Just boom, 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 boom. This guy's also just shooting directly into his teammate. Why? Yeah. I have no idea why I can't just add it to the main scene. It's like, you need to make an instance first. Well, that's what I did. Does instantiate not make an instance? Okay, we need to do more like 100 for this. They're still trying to shoot over for the most part. Either that or that's just the aim cone. No, they're shooting over. Okay. All right, we'll just do this. Okay, we need let's make sure we got the turret. Turret and barrel pivot. I don't know what ATAN is. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go. This is where I'm terrible. turret that needs to rotate in Godot 4.4 towards a target. The node is called turret, and there's also a pivot for the barrel called barrel pivot. In my physics process, I have this. Fill it in to slowly rotate the turret and barrel, or the turret to look in the direction of the enemy, or of the target. Don't add any variables, just use raw numbers within that line. It always tries to add like things at the top. It also does not know Godot. Okay, but let's see. Hey, there we go. We're getting some rotation. I think, at least. Let's go to main. I might not even need to use the barrel pivot, to be honest. Nice. Okay, we need to make these tank shells actually, well, actually, let's look at, so anti-air does, what are we doing? Bullet dot global transform, looking at deer, vector 3 up. We could do something like this. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, the sun is coming in bright. I love how it's noon and the sun is like barely up there because I'm in Finland. It's gonna be getting very dark. Let me real quick check something. Whoops. I do like that. The tanks are starting to look pretty good. Let me see. Let me see how they look when they're turned fairly heavily. Oh yeah, that looks great. Now we need sound effects. Okay, and I think Thornbad, you suggested that this here muzzle brake pull back. So we're gonna do an animation player. Add track. We're going to do a property track. Whoops. On our muzzle brake. Okay. Or actually, no, we can just go here. Whoops. 0.3. Okay. We can click on our muzzle brake. We can keyframe its position. Keyframe it. Then right here, right back here, we can keyframe it again. And then right here, you can keyframe that. Let's make it cubic. See how that looks. Hmm. 0.01. Okay. Oh. I meant to press play on the animation player. So that like goes back really fast. Maybe we can't do. That's pretty nice right there. Nice. Another thing we're doing. This might We're going to do a slight up on the barrel too, on the barrel pivot. It's going to go here. Grab the barrel pivot rotation, keyframe that. Go to here, rotation, keyframe that. .333. So here at 0.333, we're going to do wait, what am I doing here? If I do it like crazy. Okay. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay. Not terrible, except for I think maybe this one can be cubic. We'll see. That looks pretty good. Now we just need some sound effects. I'm liking this. Okay, we need a sound effect real quick. We go to freesound.org and just take a look. Tank shot. Ooh, that was not bad. Yeah, that one's great. Okay. We're going to download this up. Okay. Now we go back to the tank, do an audio stream player 3D. Do the stream as Wait. Oh, I've got to convert it real quick. Just go to Audacity. Okay. Wait, what are these ones? Anti-air are... Oh, unit size 75, max distance 1,000. Okay. So, unit size 75, max distance 1,000, I guess. Okay, let's see what happens. That's pretty sick. Ah, love it. This is why I don't make games. All my sound effects and stuff would make zero sense because I found it funny. My tanks would eat an M1 Grand tank after a few shots. Yep. Okay. We're going to do, so on our anti-air, we do this whole, sfx.play, we do this. We're going to do this. Actually, let's do a 0.9, 0.7 and just see how that sounds. So they'll all sound slightly different. Tanks very inaccurate, or are they shooting at invulnerable targets? Invulnerable targets currently. They're also inaccurate. Like, I don't... Oof, that sounds great. I don't want them to sound, or to be too accurate. But these also can't die right now. These are also way too dark. We're gonna have to change that. Okay, we can have a audio stream player 3D again. What is this called? Engine noise. Put it to playing. Well, we need to go into Audacity real quick. Okay, and this is where I just make noises with my mouth. Okay. Nope, we need a better one. I just need some. I'm probably going to pitch shift it down. Less subtle with the color schemes would make it more visible, make all enemies more red, allies blue. That's kind of what I'm doing. So the enemies have like red highlights on them. So I'm going to put some red lights on the enemy ones. On the enemy tanks, I just didn't have anything on there currently. But the tanks have like blue lights, the main tanks. Okay, let me... Okay. Maybe this is better, like this. Yep. Tank engine. Save. Okay. Not very good. But... Oh, that's not bad. Okay, on these ones. We're gonna do this. Then on the tank, we're just always going to show the light because that just looks cool. They're always shooting over them. They're close. We'll figure out how to make it more. Oh yeah, right here. This is what we want. We'll mess with it later. For now, I do need to bounce out, so I'm going to find someone on Twitch to raid. Oh, RJL Jones is on.
Because I pressed B.
Okay, let's go ahead and raid him. Once again, thank you for being here, watching. This has been a super fun project. If you're interested, there's also the Discord link. I'll post that Discord. I'll post it in the YouTube chat as well for anyone who's interested in joining up and getting notified when the stream goes live, all of that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been fun. We've made some good progress today. We got some sick audio in there. The audio makes such a big difference. It's huge. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Once again, I'll see you again tomorrow probably. And then I don't think I'm not going to be able to stream maybe Friday, maybe, but not this weekend for sure. So I might have to take a short little break. but then I will be back. So yeah, thank you again. I'll see you next time. And yeah, peace. I'll send you over now. Okay, and for those of you in the YouTube chat, have a good one. Goodbye.